60 years ago, there was an incident of a young, at the time, Papua Sugalum. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Okay.
So he was the first player of color to win the Natal Open at the very same golf course exactly 60 years ago.
On the day.
Wow.
No, man. You know, when you look in someone's eyes as an athlete, you know when you can see this guy is gassed. I'm coming for him and he's not going to last. 3 minutes is a lifetime for him now.
So you saw it.
I think he had momentum. Chavante didn't know what to do. He couldn't back off because Lamont Roach's accuracy, he had found his reach beautifully. Mate. Look, the one thing they'll be is super physical as well after having that loss. And also remember, both sides expected to win next week. I think it's Scotland against Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. Or against France. Sorry. Yeah, next week.
Next week, they both should win their games.
Yeah, they both should. It's Scotland,
One of
France,
them's playing
actually.
Italy, one of them's playing...
Yes, so this is sort of the final this weekend.
That that he got him with.
Yeah,
A lot of people are saying, he took that knee because of that.
Kissed Chavante's glove and then said, he's down. And, I think, anyways, that's actually really smart of the Tank to be able to summarize and think like that, under so much pressure.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another special episode of Vibes and Victories. And of course, as you guys can see, I'm not the only handsome fellow here. To my right, I've got Sanele, Sports Sangoma, Tshabalala.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, brother?
All good. Good to see you, man.
And to my left, I've got Umtunzi, Fudge Mabeta.
Hola. How are you, brother? You are?
Yeah, man. Without wasting any more time, today's episode is going to be very special. We've got so many interesting topics, all right? Starting from who is leading the front, who is the front runner of the South African teams in the URC? And, of course, the biggest debate of who is taking the Six Nations in 2025.
Yeah.
Very interesting topic, man. And let's get straight into it with our retro results with Sports Sangoma. Sangoma, what do you have for us today?
Yeah, man. This past weekend wasn't too busy. It was the same old stuff, but the league was off in the Premier League, so we had a bit of FA Cup. And the sweetest result out of those was Man United got knocked out by Fulham. Yeah.
Thank you.
That was quite nice. 1-1,
boys.
Went to a penalty shootout, and Man United got knocked out 4-3 in the penalty shootout with a great save by the German goalkeeper there for Fulham. So that means Fulham went through there, and then another potential upset there, which was Newcastle lost to Brighton 2-1. After extra time. So that was quite an interesting result given Newcastle all the money they've got and all the players they've got. Funny, if you look then at the odds of those two games, basically in the 90 minutes they would have both ended in draws. So that was quite interesting. The odds on the Man U game for a draw was 5-2 and the odds for the Newcastle game for a draw was almost 3-1. So if you had just gone that sneaky double there, you would have probably made 1,000 rand from 100 rand or 10,000 from 1,000. So yeah, that's quite interesting. I think in these cup competitions, you got to kind of look into those draw results because it's a one and done situation. Yeah. So then guys are playing quite cautiously, and obviously they don't want to get knocked out that day. They want to continue in the competition. So it's always a tasty bet to look at when it comes to cup competitions. I think even in La Liga and all of that. The rest of the results, Man City went through quite easily 3-1. And those were the football results that kind of stood out for this past weekend in the FA Cup. And then on the rugby results, I'm sure you guys have an opinion here. Sharks got trounced quite badly. I saw the scores 24-0 at some stage. It ended up finishing 38-14. And then Lions beat the Sharks 38-14. And then the Bulls at home. Fudge, your team.
Yeah, mate.
You lost.
What a game.
You lost.
What a game. We'll dig into that. What a game, man. Like 4 hours. 4 hours of a Fortress Loftus.
Yeah.
Loved it.
That rain was
look,
quite
the loss
hectic.
is never nice. It stings as well when you lose to the Stormers in Pretoria.
Sure.
So, yeah. Anyway, swiftly moving along.
Yeah, then the other results for in the URC beyond the borders was Leinster beat Cardiff 42-14. Quite an interesting game. It was almost a tie game at halftime. Leinster were up 14-12. And then Glasgow Warriors were strong favourites at home in that game. They got pipped to the post by Ospreys, and that was a tasty price of 4-1. So if you called that, you're quite a genius. you supersede the Sangoma if you
Come
call
on
that
now. Oh, yeah. That's coming from you, mate. Okay, I'll take it.
Then we've got the Proteas. The Proteas are through. They're playing in the knockouts this week. We'll see. Hopefully it went well by the time you see this. And hopefully you'll be preparing for us to see the finals on Sunday. Let's see if the Proteas can get rid of that chokers tag. And
Come
then
on.
for me, the big result of the weekend, a retro result, has got to be the first player
Yes.
of color to win the second oldest golf tournament in the world, the South African Open. Dylan Naidoo came clutch in the rain, one playoff hole, and he's the first winner of a major trophy, player of color. So that
27 years old, even.
yeah, that's quite dope.
Awesome character.
Yeah.
I love his vibe, eh?
Yeah.
Cool guy, fantastic for the sport.
Yeah.
What an idol.
Yeah, no. So that's
Nice
it.
one.
That tops up the retro results. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for the weekend. What's next there, Sinaye?
Alrighty, you guys heard the retro results. Up next, we're going to move to one of my favorite segments on the show, and that is Rowdy Raz. Some of you guys might have
Do
known.
that again. That's good, man. Yeah, he's good, this guy. Do that again, now.
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. Up next, we're going to move to one of my favorite segments on the show, and that is Rowdy Raz. Now, before, you guys might have known or heard it as boys banter, but we're rebranding over here. We switch things up over here at Vibes and Victories, and we're calling it Rowdy Raz. What do we have for Rowdy Raz?
Yeah, mate. I'll actually start off exactly when I'll be the chairman. Let me hold you guys down, one topic at a time. And I think fresh on the top of things, Sports Sangoma, fantastic. Dylan Naidoo, making major history in South Africa. I mean, what does that mean for the country? You mentioned history being broken. 120 years.
Yeah, it's quite crazy. Yeah, it was quite interesting. One wish the one was down there. It was at the iconic Old Lady Durban Country Club. The irony behind the whole occasion, you couldn't have written the script better. 60 years ago, there was an incident of young, at the time, Papua Sugalum. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Okay.
So he was the first player of color to win the Natal Open at the very same golf course exactly 60 years ago.
On the day?
Wow.
No, man.
1965.
Well, that's
So
a
60 years ago.
moment.
And he had to take his prize outside in the rain because in 65, no people of color were allowed into the clubhouse.
Wow.
And so he received his trophy in the rain for the Natal Open 60 years ago. And ironically, Dylan Naidoo, the first player of color to win the South African Open Championship. Also, an Indian fella was presented his trophy outside in the rain. Not because he's not allowed in, it's just because it was raining the whole day there.
Yeah.
And obviously the media and the prize giving and everything usually gets done on the green. And so hence he received the prize in the rain. But he's the first player of color to win the SA Open, second oldest championship in the world. And upwards and onwards for him. He's playing in the Joburg Open this weekend at Houghton, so people must get out there and support the young man.
Where's that, mate?
And he's made
Saturday.
5 bar.
Ooh.
Cool fight.
Yeah.
Damn, by a putt. Didn't he win it by a putt?
They get paid in euros. Remember, it's a DP World Tour.
Yes.
Yeah, so he won it in a playoff hole.
Wait, is that 5 bar in rands when you convert it?
Yeah, in rands. Yeah. But that's still enough. It's more than either of us sitting here. So that's it. It's a bucket load of money. But the best thing about those winning that kind of tournament is that you get exemption into the British major, the major of the year, and then you get other exemptions, which allows you to win more money, more euros, more dollars. So that's the best part of that. And now you'll probably find that he'll be very free when he plays this weekend at Houghton because it's a golf course he knows the best. He's a Joburg boy. He's played it the most, and now he hasn't got the pressure of having to win. So get out there, Houghton Golf Club, go see the boy play. He's quite impressive.
Nice one. What day is that, mate?
That's over the weekend. It starts on Thursday.
Okay.
It ends on Sunday. Yeah,
Fantastic.
4 days of golf. Yeah,
Fantastical, mate.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. So that is Dylan Naidoo. Congratulations to you, mate. What a
Yeah,
story.
kudos,
What a
kudos.
story, huh?
Yeah, very,
Out
very
in the
cool.
plasma, energies.
yeah.
I'm just impressed with his age, man.
Fantastic. The next one, you also mentioned that. Will the Proteas break the curse? Mate, yeah, it's the choker tag again. It's getting closer and closer. There's a lot of like political stuff as well with India playing in Dubai. Can't play in Pakistan because of, the issues that they're having. But let's not get distracted.
No.
Proteas, mate, it seemed like just before the championship that maybe something can happen here. It's almost like, come on now, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Similar to a Dylan Naidoo situation. Like, come on, surely now is the time.
We're right there.
Yeah. What? Have you guys been watching it at all, Sinaye? Have you watched the cricket at all this tournament?
Yeah, I have, man. And honestly, watching the boys performing, Tristan Stubbs been playing very well, And I've noted how the boys have been performing, and I think, I don't know, 2025 is the year of possibilities, man. I'm very hopeful. That the boys might just edge it, and break the choker curse.
Yeah.
So I'm backing the Proteas.
How the odds and stuff looking? What are you saying there, Sports Sango, man? You don't look convinced, mate.
Not too convinced. I think it's definitely one of the better chances we have. The pitches are quite flat and our batsmen are batting quite well. Let's hope we got through the semis. And then let's hope we're in for the weekend. But by the time you see this, you'll obviously know. Hopefully it's us versus India. That game will be played in Dubai.
Nice one.
Yeah, those could be the two best teams in the competition.
So you're saying we're not going to break that choker tag?
I think we could, yeah.
In Dubai,
there's a possibility.
I
Yeah.
think so as well.
there's a
Especially with the SA contingent we have that side. We've got quite a few South Africans in Dubai, So I think it'll be a nice turnout for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
So we're all saying we're going to break the choker tag.
I'm
Yeah,
saying breaking.
we're
He's saying we're not. No, come on.
We're
Now.
paid
Sports
for it.
Sangoma
Bro,
saying we're
yeah.
not. Okay, yeah, fair play. And then the big one. This is one of my favorite moments of the weekend. It's a juicy topic to chew at the bit a little bit, to chew the fat. Javante the Tank
Aish.
Davis versus Lamont Roach. What's going on? I'm not gonna let you guys share your opinion first. Let me.
Ask the pretty boy to my left because that excuse he gave for the knee had something to do with that Black Like Me product.
I was about to say, like, had Javante Davis not taken a knee, would he have won the match?
Do you think it was a legitimate excuse? The Black Like Me product coming into the eyes?
I think so.
Maybe.
I mean, it happens, man. Have you ever had that thing in your eye, bruh?
But he's had cornrows for how long, mate? He's had cornrows before.
Yeah, but those are quite fresh. Maybe she just lubed it up a bit too much.
Yeah.
Going into the fight.
Okay.
So maybe, when you're sweating, it gets mixed up with the sweat.
I understood
can
him on
believe
that
it.
one. I really do.
But it could have cost him the fight, though.
So
Essentially.
that's what my point. People say that it was pretty evenly matched. I'm saying that Javante Davis, yes, it was evenly matched because he was burnt out. He decided to go for the middle rounds and to go hard. And I think Lamont Roach had more in the tank, and therefore his momentum was in his corner. I think he was starting to step forward. His timing, he was kissing the glove and then countering.
Yeah.
I think when you're the tank Davis and you're on the back foot like that, you don't know what to do, and you actually take a knee, which is smart. I'm not gonna lie, it is smart, but for honor, for pride.
Yeah, it was quite, excuse the pun there that you said Roach had more
in
than the tank.
I heard that.
But yeah, look, I watched all 12 rounds. I think it was quite evenly matched. I think that knee actually cost him more than it actually helped him.
You think he would have won? Not a chance.
I think he would have won on a split decision. Yeah, if you look at the rounds,
he's getting knocked down at least 2 more times.
Yeah.
If he stays in the ring there.
So actually, Javante on the scorecard
was leading.
to the last round.
Yeah.
Lamont also actually looked more gas in the 12th, especially if you see the way that they ended the fight. Like, he looks like he's trying to showboat, but the homie was done.
Yeah, I think some of us watched all the fights. Other people were out and about opening restaurants. and having fun on
Oh
the
yeah.
street.
Oh yeah. Love
So I think you must go back
Yeah.
and watch this
Love
all round.
stuff.
The
You know what I do
game,
know? You know what I do know, mate? And I was mentioning this while we were chilling before this, right? You know, when you look in someone's eyes as an athlete, you know when you can see this guy is gassed. I'm coming for him and he's not going to last. 3 minutes is a lifetime for him right now.
So you saw it.
I think he had momentum. Javante didn't know what to do. He couldn't back off because Roach's accuracy, he had found his reach beautifully. And I mean, how long can you take shots for? He's reaching, he's trying to hit. Roach was so close. He's kissing the gloves and countering. I think he saw himself being knocked out.
So whose eyes were you looking into? We know Sinaye was looking into some other eyes, but whose eyes were you looking into?
Moving along, Lionheart, a big weekend in the Six Nations for Ireland and France, mate. Yeah, it's a huge one. They're going for the Grand Slam. They're going for the three-peat.
Yeah.
And it is up against Le Bleu. Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Juicy. After a little bit of a break, it's a juicy one. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's easier said than done. I think France aren't going to fold after losing to England by that 1 point 2 weeks back. So I think they're going to want to come back with a bit of vengeance. But Ireland at home, they've already done the Triple Crown.
Yep.
It's almost like a victory lap.
A victory lap.
They win on Saturday. They've won the tournament and they've won the Triple Crown back to back to back. So yeah, it's going to be a hard one for the French. But if anyone can do it, I think the French are the ones that could maybe turn it on a bit. But
and they're licking their wounds. They'll be super dangerous, mate. Look, the one thing they'll be is super physical as well after having that loss. And also remember, both sides expected to win next week. I think it's Scotland against Ireland, if I'm not mistaken. Or against France. Sorry. Yeah, next week.
Next week they both should win their games.
Yeah, they both should. It's Scotland,
One of
France,
them's playing
actually.
Italy, one of them's playing.
Yes, so this is sort of the final this weekend. It's
Yeah.
going to be interesting. I don't know. That's an interesting one. I can't wait to watch that game. It should be a stunner.
Yeah.
Three-peat, something the Kansas City Chiefs couldn't do.
Yeah,
Can
true
they
story.
do
True
it
story.
in
Let's
Dublin?
see. Also, that thing gets in your head. You start thinking about it before you play the game, and sometimes that can be your downfall. Yeah.
I agree. 100%.
Fair play. Okay, so we're all, actually, that's a nice one. You see, that's an agreement. Nice one. Okay, cool. It's going to be good, but you don't know who's going to win. You have to give me a choice, though. Choose Ireland or France. Starting with you there. Okay? Yeah?
Yeah, I think Ireland will take it by a try.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe
France has everything. I think France has underdogs. They've always been the dark horses. They know how to be dark horses. Anyways, let's see. It'll be. I'd love to see an upset there. I'd love to see France come away with it. I think Ireland are the favorites. Anyways,
They should be South Africa. We'll get into that
form.
with the Sangoma 6. Just
Nice one. Okay. Next one. LA Lakers. Luka Doncic. Doncic.
Yeah, no.
Doncic. What is it?
Doncic.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, killing it. He's second highest scorer versus the Clippers.
Yeah, man.
Third top scorer for the Lakers. It's looking like a match made in heaven, man.
Listen.
Yeah. What's your thoughts there?
No, I'm loving it. As a LeBron James fan, I'm going to make this clear. If LeBron would go to another team tomorrow, I'd follow him, right? But because it's the Lakers right now, it excites me, man.
So are they going all the way up?
Listen, Lakers in 5. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are they going all the way up?
Lakers in 5.
That team looks hella dope now. And I saw them play the Mavs, and I saw Don Lucas shouting at the bench. They're quite dope. And LeBron even confesses that there's not many better players that he's ever played with. The guy is a point guard. He dribbles the ball. He dunks. He shoots threes. He's got the whole package.
Can we talk about his defense now?
Yeah, and he can defend. And he's dope. He's the whole package, and I think he's got something to prove against his old owners. Yeah. And now he's playing with arguably one of the greatest players of all time. So it could be a match made in heaven.
Nice one. I think it is. So that's all it is there for the Rowdy Razzle.
Oh man.
Nothing wrong, mate. Yeah, it was actually it was actually quite calm.
Yeah. Not that rowdy.
It's not that rowdy because Arsenal's not a
Maybe
topic. That's why. Arsenal's not a topic.
Yo, if you're watching us right now, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for our future top fans, we might have something in the bag for you guys in the future. So make sure you guys share, like, and subscribe, and comment, and drop us what you guys think about Vibes and Victories. Moving on to the next segment. Mr. Fudge, I like how you've been leading things, man. Can you lead us up until this next segment? We've got Fudge's flavors coming up next.
Yeah, some of those flavors. Sweet, what was sour, and what was satisfying.
Okay.
Those are the flavors on offer here. For me, my selection, I'll start at the top with the sweet ones on a good note. Even though it was disappointing, my blood is blue. I was actually at Fortress Loftus this past weekend. I tell you what, mate, they made a lot of money, the bartenders there, because of the rain and everything. I think it was like an extra 4 hours or something. It was a partaking. No one went home, by the way. Some guys chilled there, and this was my sweet moment of the weekend. Some guys chilled there and actually, instead of streaking, were jumping through the puddles like I'm sure a lot of boarders did. If you went to an old boys' school, you'll know a little bit about that in the rainy season. They run past the security, and then in the end, they come back, they grab some brooms, and they help sweep off the water. To help drain the field. To such an extent, they did such a well job that the game was able to continue, which was fantastic to see, much to the delight of all the fans. And it was actually quite a thrilling game as well, quite close. They lost 16 points to 19, but that was my sweet moment. Those guys helping out.
Yeah, just a quick quip there. I like that. That took me back to 95. Maybe you weren't around. You may not know that. We once played the French in the semi-finals in Durban, and it was rained out, 2.5 hour delay, and they had to get the squeegees out. They had about 40 odd ladies squeegeeing the field, getting the water off the pitch. If the game didn't go ahead that day, I think they had something like 10 or 15 minutes left in their time, TV time and broadcast time. If the game didn't start by a certain time, it would have been a draw, and we would have lost. We wouldn't have gone into 95 World Cup final. We eventually won for the first time because we would have lost on disciplinary hearing because we got more red cards during the tournament. There was that box up.
I love the encyclopedia, man.
It's kind of we guys got red cards,
which was also a messy game.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
I think it was like 10-0.
No, it was crazy. Maybe one day we'll get all Bullet Dalton in here and have a chat with him.
Mate.
That would be
make the call, bro.
Yeah. So that kind of reminded me of that moment. Sorry.
No. But please, mate. That makes it even sweeter.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is the sweetness of this past weekend, great memories of 1995 and what could have or could not have been if there was no one there to help sweep off that water.
Jeez.
Fans getting involved. That's South Africa for you. Love it. Sour. I don't like the Tank Davies versus Roach thing. For me, it left a sour taste in my mouth. There's so much behind the scenes showmanship, especially on the back of Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. With that being whatnot, I didn't like that knee. I thought I would have liked to see a good fight go all the way to the end, and that left a better taste in my mouth. So sour. That is my sour. I don't think you guys would have any comments.
It goes to the end though, yeah?
Yeah, no, I know, but it's
just
was it
that knee.
Was it 8 seconds is a lifetime, like I said. I think him removing that 8 seconds means that
maybe that then gives us a reason to have a Davis Roach part 2.
Yeah, even a poll. Remember, you did mention we're having polls. So we're having polls. So check that out on our Instagram and our YouTube page. Leave it in the comments there. Something interesting. What do you think? Was it Javonte the Tank Davis or was it Lamont Roach? Anyways, last one. Satisfying.
I think we can all agree.
Come on, bruh. 60 years, records being broken. Dylan Naidoo, a fantastic character. For me, that was the most satisfying thing of the weekend. And that is,
for sure,
to round off my sweet, sour, and satisfying, mate. So I don't think you guys agree with me, huh? Good selection.
Beautiful selection.
Good selection.
Good selection.
Beautiful. Speaking of all things that are selection, Sangoma, what do you have for us?
Yeah, man. There's a lot going on this weekend. We've got obviously Super Rugby that's back. We've got the Six Nations going on. We've got EPL and La Liga back. So there's a lot to choose from. I'll just run through some of the interesting stuff for this weekend. Obviously, we spoke about the Ireland-France game. Ireland are slight favourites at 9-10. And France are 21-10, so you double your money there if you back France with a handicap of 1.5 points. So that's not a bad little bet there. Either way, that's not a bad bet, to be fair, because if you're a strong supporter of Ireland, 9-10, that's almost even money. That's a great bet to take. The other game, strong favourites, Scotland, Wales, Scotland at 1-10, 16-point handicap. England, Italy, they've got about a 22-point handicap there. England obviously expected to win. Then you got Blues versus Brumbies. I think this is oddly priced at 2-10 and 7-2 with a 12.5 points handicap, obviously in favour of the Blues. Fijian draw, I know you like a bit of that.
I love that.
But they're playing the defending champs and the on-form team, the Chiefs. But Fijian draw is at home. Then we've got an interesting one, the Mana Pacifica game, 28-10.
That's my thing right there.
Yeah, that's
Adi
saying Hurricane.
Sabea, going Super Saiyan, mate, for the Moana Pacifica.
So Adi is playing against his former team. As the new captain of, and it's also Tano Maga, the coach's former team. So they'll be pretty fired up for that.
Two of my favorites. Yeah.
And then the Australian derby, it's the Waratahs against the Force. Waratahs are quite strong favourites there, 3-10, Force at 5-2. And then we've got another derby. I think it's a match that maybe didn't get played.
Can you just say the handicap for that one?
The handicap for Waratahs Force, it's 8.5 points on that one. And then we've got Sharks vs Lions. Those odds aren't up yet, but I venture to say that Lions may be slight favourites after last weekend.
Yeah.
Even though Sharks are at home.
It's different. It's a different thing going to the Shark Tank. The Lions swimming with the Sharks there. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky.
Yeah.
Especially with the Sharks limping a little bit. But it's been interesting. I've loved the South African derbies. They've been really, really cool over the last couple of weeks.
They've been very unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
True story.
Very unpredictable.
Tight. Surprises left, right, and center. News coming in. Andre Pollard's coming to the Vodacom.
Aye.
Oh my goodness. Hey, listen,
thought
man.
it-
Check out the URC.
Hey.
It's some good stuff happening out there. Yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about that deal. 30-bar ladder. Thank you to Mr. Rupert. But that's a conversation for another
Did you
day.
say 30 bar?
Yeah, 30
Did you
bar
say
Tuesday.
30 bar? Yeah.
These guys are getting paid.
You're putting numbers on the table, boy. Yeah, that's
Then EPL, EPL, the games are Forest play Man City. Forest are 28-10, 9-10 Man City. Liverpool 1-10 at home, 17-1 Southampton. That should be, they should shit in there.
Where's the Manchester City game played? Home or away?
Nottingham at Nottingham Forest.
Go Forest.
So that's quite an interesting one. Yeah,
go
Nottingham
Forest.
Forest at
What
home.
odds there?
They're almost just under 3-1, 28-10.
Okay.
And then Chelsea at home to Leicester. I'll tell you something for nothing. I might take a Leicester plus draw there. Leicester are 10-1 and Chelsea are 2-10. I'm just saying that, jabbing at this guy next to me.
No way even.
And then Tottenham on Sunday, I think it's Sunday, Tottenham play Bournemouth. They're pretty evenly priced at 14 and 17-10 each. And then the big game for the weekend, Manchester United, the one that just been knocked out of FA Cup.
Love it.
Had to mention.
I like that because
By a Bernd Leno, by an old Arsenal, legend.
But they knocked us out, so we got no room to talk here, Fudge.
Yeah. Okay.
Manchester United at 7-2 and Arsenal 9-10. Man, you're playing Old Trafford. So
Theatre of Nightmares.
yeah, it's quite interesting. Out of those, Sinaye, what's your top pick for the weekend there?
Tough one. It has to be the Hurricanes game, though.
Come on, bro.
I think that.
What have you seen the stats and what's happening? What Adi Surveyor's doing here, mate? So when he gave that speech, right, going into Moana Pacifica, and when I saw Tana Umaga introduce him, you can feel it, mate. It looked like they were in, a classroom or something. Those old classrooms, that you would have seen, And when he spoke there, it felt like, Jesus, do you have more in the tank? You still got an extra gear, man. We saw you at the World Cup. We've seen what you've been able to do for the Hurricanes, etc. And somehow he's doing it in a team and he's doing everything, mate. He's doing, I think he had 5 ruck turnovers, ridiculous numbers. He's on top of the charts for the past 3 weeks in a row. So
Yeah, scored a crazy try. They lost the last game.
Set up one.
2 points. They lost last weekend by 1 point. Humble enough for the press conference also to make everyone stand and have a prayer and thank the Lord as he does.
Hey, man.
Yeah, no, he's a true warrior, that
I
one.
assume that's also your topic, right?
No. So you were picking that, but thinking who's going to win that game, though. I talk odds. I don't just talk emotion.
Definitely. Moana Pacifica, my
Take
friend.
Hurricane.
Okay, so there's a little dispute. You guys
I'm
can have a little
saying-
side
Playing
bet
devil's
there.
advocate here.
Yeah.
Hurricane.
So look, that'll be a, that,
$100 bet.
Sharp.
6-pack. That's a 6-pack.
Got it.
Nice one. Checkmate.
then Fudge, what's your topic? Also, are you going for the Moana Pacifica?
Yeah, mate. That's for me. That's a biggie. Look, Manchester United, Arsenal. It's always nice. We're having not a great season. A lot of people are like, you guys lost it again. You did what you usually do. The chocolate
we
pack,
bottled it again.
sticking, bottling.
Stay humble.
But as long as we just go to the theatre of nightmares and do a little spanky there to our old foe, nothing wrong, mate. Makes my weekend.
Yeah, no, I think to be fair, I think you hit the nail on the head in terms of all those games. I think Man United Arsenal traditionally is always good. You can't beat that. It wraps up the weekend, Sunday evening game.
Yeah.
But I think my pick for the weekend is definitely Ireland versus France. I think that could be an absolute cracker.
Good odds as well.
The odds are good. Either way you choose, the odds are very good. Doesn't get much better than that for me this weekend. But in terms of my top 6 picks for the weekend, I'll definitely go Man United Arsenal. I'll be leaning towards Arsenal win or draw there. With the Australian derby, I'll look at Waratahs to win by the handicap of 8.5. That'll give you even money. Fijian Drew and Chiefs. Unfortunately, I see Chiefs winning by the handicap of 10 points there. I would definitely go in and take England to win by 22 points. I'd also jump into Ireland to win with that 9 to 10 price that they've got on them. The one that I disagree with, probably where I might go against the heel here, is go Wales, possibly at plus 16.5 points. I think they were quite good last week. I think they were better than I expected them to be. I think I lost a bunch of money on going against them. So I think maybe with the new coach, they've got a new
Something's happening there. Who they play? Who they play?
They're playing Scotland at home. Scotland at home, Wales away,
Hey, yeah, and Scotland's is a bit wonky, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Finn Russell's under a lot of pressure, missing that kick
Yeah.
for them to win that game. So, yeah.
It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, it's a nice one. That's a nice
Yeah,
that's
so
a
those
spot.
are my basic 6 picks for the weekend. Outside of that, the rest of the stuff doesn't have too much value. A nice little upset is maybe looking at Forest to beat Man City.
Yeah. I hope they do.
And you, Sinaye, give us some of your sniper strikes. What's happening with you? What do you think were the shots and plays of the weekend?
Yeah, man. Moving on straight along to Sniper's strike. First of all, I have to pay homage, man. I have to pay homage to the UJ boys. They played a very good game.
Oh.
Even though they didn't win.
Did you go to UJ?
No, I went to Shimla's. That's why I was happy that they won that game.
Jeez, but you pay homage now. Good
Yeah,
respect.
Paying homage. I'm a Joburg boy now. You see, the team tribal Zayn and Felix, where it started from the ruck, and it was just moved swiftly around to the other side of the field.
The cat like Felix.
Man,
Crazy try.
Yeah, that has to be.
UJ's been doing this for a while, actually. And, can you believe that kid just got his matric results a couple of weeks ago, mate? So,
Interviewing him last year of Craven Week.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Ethan Adams is still playing, by the way.
Yeah. He's still there in high school, but insane try. And that link up with him and Jackson. Look out, guys. Teenagers, by the way. Teenagers.
Yeah, that flair, you can't beat that flair. That inside pass and then outside again, it was quite a dope try.
A little backdoor pass as well.
that
Last
backdoor,
week he scored a try. Listen, man, listen. Yeah, he's going to need no introduction.
No, for sure.
Towards the last couple of rounds.
For sure.
And then your next strike there, Sniper?
Next strike, pun intended. The Roach, man, Roach's punch when he hit Davis before he took the knee. That right that he got him with. A lot of people are saying, he took that knee because of that.
Kissed Javante's glove and then said, he's down.
Yeah,
and, I think, anyways, that's actually really smart of the tank to be able to summarize and think like that. Under so much pressure, that deep into the fight, actually. Yeah, maybe but I don't like that. I have a lock mentality, man. We don't do those things. We don't know what that is, actually.
Yeah, you could call it smart, you could call it cheating, but rules are rules. It's 8 counts. It counts as a knockdown. It went against him in that round. He lost that round by 10 to 9. That could have cost him the fight.
10 to 8? Should it have been? Because a lot of people saying he was robbed. Because of this punch you're talking about, that strike, right?
Yes.
A lot of people are saying should have been 10-8, not 10-9, which then would that not have given Roach then perhaps the fight, right? An edge there.
Yeah.
So they're saying it was wrong.
We could have a full 2 hour
Fair play. But that's a good spot. That
Third and final strike, even. Because he hit a 3-pointer. Lucas step back 3, man, against Minnesota Timberwolves.
I saw that. The one way is out of bounds. Trending that thing. He's hectic,
And
bruh.
he even called for a foul, Because I think there was contact after the 3.
And they didn't give it to him.
They didn't give it to him.
About it, yeah.
That was a...
He's backward. He's so good to watch. So relaxed. Can you believe people were giving him a little bit of stick because of the way he looks when he comes back from holidays? And
they were like...
Can you believe that? The way the guy plays, it's insane.
Even with his first few games, people were
Let him
like, this might be a loss for the Lakers. Luke is not performing there. I was like, what? He showed you guys with that step back three.
That was
As
nice.
LeBron would say, he said it, Luca, don't fit in, fit the fuck out. So do what you got to do.
That's a Paul as well. Actually, that is a Paul. That's a Paul, mate.
Nah.
Those three sniper strikes
Actually.
you've identified. Alzid and Felix, that try that was set up for UJ
Yes,
against
yes.
the Shimlas.
Javante
What was the Roach?
Javante and David
Tank
Roach.
Roach
So tell us what your pull is
situation.
there. Snap.
Yeah, that strike, that punch was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all three of these sniper strikes, and you guys watching at home can rate it for us. All right, you can tell us if you feel like that Roach right hook was the best one. All right, or if the Zayden Felix was the best moment of the weekend, or the Lucas step back three was the best moment. We're gonna put it up on polls. You can comment it and on Instagram as well, and you guys can let us know what you think. Right?
Nice one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I already know what's up.
You already know.
I already
Who do
know
you think? Who do you think is gonna win with the polls?
With the polls.
Yeah, who do you think?
I think a lot of people will go for Luca just because, we see the NBA and NFL stuff all over the place. But my goodness me, that Alzid and Felix, that's mine.
Yeah.
That's to be able to do that, being down by so many points, for it's so many different players to be, the interplay, the confidence, and being 18 years old. Exuberance of youth.
Yeah.
Tango, it's mine.
What about you, Sango?
Yeah, for me, I'm forgetting what the third one is now, but I think for me that trial was quite dope. Oh yeah, actually, but as dope as the trial was, I think Javante did win that match. I watched the whole thing, so I'm not going for that one. I'm going to go for the Luca step back three, falling out the courts. 5 misses, he didn't get it. And he's a blessing to the game of basketball. Him and LeBron combination, it's only going to get better
Sure.
from here.
Aye.
But let's see what the fans have to say.
Yeah, let's see what you guys have to
See what the poll winner is.
Yeah, man.
And put your comments out there. And maybe the best comments will be, we'll bring it up on the show and bless you with a bit of airtime.
Yay.
Definitely on the next
Okay.
episode. That's going to happen. Moving right along, we're done with the weekend, right? In this past weekend. We're looking forward to the next weekend. Gentlemen, what's happening this weekend? What are you going to be up to this weekend?
Yeah, I've got to get out of here. I've been on the road for a bit, so I'm going to make my way back to Durban. Going to go spend some time by the beach, different beach to your kind of beaches. I'm going to go and wash my sins away and then hopefully make my way back here, relocating to Joburg and hopefully catch maybe the final round at Houghton and see if Dylan Naidoo can make it back to back.
Oh.
Nah, man, there we go, bro. That's where I'm going to be from Thursday, if I can help it, man.
Yeah.
My mission in the next 5 days is to get a picture with Dylan Naidoo. We'll tell you how that goes, bro.
Oh, and if you get that.
I'm going to be at Houghton Golf Club, bro. I'll meet you there, actually.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Are you
your
commentating
seat.
anything this weekend?
No commentary this weekend.
Okay.
As it stands, yeah.
Okay.
So a nice rare weekend.
Yeah.
Off a little bit.
Make sure you behave, yeah?
No, 100%, eh?
Keep it
100%. Oh, of course, mate.
And
Of course.
Sinaye, what's up with you? I know you in and amongst the events and the celebrities. Where does this weekend take you to?
Actually, just like Fudge, man, for the first time in a minute, I've got nothing lined up for me this weekend. I'm going to taking it easy at home, watching some sports,
Okay.
Yeah, so I can give you guys more content the next weekend, yeah?
Okay, so we've all got pretty chilled weekends.
Yeah.
All round. But so we can catch up on a bit of sports,
Yeah.
back your favorite team, and we see what happens next week.
Lovely, love it. Keep it tidy like Dylan Naidoo.
Yeah, man.
on.
Yeah, man. But the one thing that is never easy over here, it's our vibe right here on Vibes and Victories. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you guys same time, same place next week.
Sure.